Law number 2 is back in session. Next case is cause number 333-352. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Mark Anthony Jacoby Newell. We have Mr. Newell appearing via Zoom. Mr. Newell, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Newell, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Newell, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Newell, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Newell?
How you doing, sir? Doing fine.
That's good. I'm doing fine as well. Now, Mr. Newell, you're represented in your case by your attorney Todd LeBlanc. Attorney LeBlanc, do you waive a record in Mr. Newell's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Mr. Newell, I have before me, in this case, a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This information alleges that on or about September 15th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespassing. Mr. Newell, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Newell, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I plead guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Newell, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials MN that are on a line next to a box that is checked guilty. Mr. Newell, did you place your initials MN on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, Mr. Newell, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Mr. Newell, did you also sign this document?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Newell, on the next document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. There is also a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Mr. Newell, did you also sign this document?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Newell, at the top of this same document, there are 2 boxes that are checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And the next box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you are giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Newell, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Newell, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. LeBlanc, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Newell, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Newell, well, state, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers States 1.
Any
We have no
objections?
objections, Your Honor.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. LeBlanc, you've advised and counseled Mr. Newell. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Mr. Newell, your attorney, Mr. LeBlanc, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Newell, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for defendant's plea of guilty in this case, the state is recommending confinement in the Jefferson County Jail for a period of 13 days. Your Honor, we're asking that the court give defendant credit for the 13 days previously spent in jail, making this a time served plea agreement, Your Honor. And lastly, we're asking that the court use the time served to both tax and retire the court costs.
Mr. Newell, the state is offering that you serve 13 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you have already served 13 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you will be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case, Mr. Newell, is $327, but you will not have to pay the $327 cost because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Newell, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And,
sir.
and do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir, I do.
Mr. Newell, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Newell, this will conclude your case. And Mr. Newell, you're gonna knock on that door, follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
All right, you too, man.